First up, from misfortune to fortune. California, home of sun, sea, and surf. But in 2005, torrential rains caused widespread flooding and devastating landslides, sending homes crashing down a hillside and destroying an oceanside community. One man who was home at the time picks up the story. Meet Al Trevino.
I had gone to the office in my home, sent a few emails, and then sat down to read the paper, and the house started to squeak. Earth just opened up. All of these houses in front of me were just sliding down the hill. The road was buckling, and all of the soil below us was gone.
Al's house isn't destroyed, but it's left teetering on the edge of a cliff. The damage is estimated in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, money Al doesn't have. Worse still, his insurance doesn't cover damages caused by landslides. He's now homeless and penniless. The police allow a family member back into the doomed house one last time to recover any possessions that can be safely carried out. That job falls to Al's son. Meet Lawrence Trevino.
Well, once in the house, we had limited time, so I went around grabbing anything that had value.
Due to the instability of the structure, Lawrence is only able to grab items from the side of the house that isn't leaning over the edge of the cliff. He is about to leave when he spots a familiar painting, not hanging on the wall, but sitting propped against it. He takes it.
A month prior, we had a very large party at the house for our 50th wedding anniversary, and I was going to show some slides of over the past 50 years on the wall, and so I took one of the large oil paintings down so I could use the wall.
Taking down that painting set in motion a series of events that turned Al Trevino's luck completely around. The painting in question was purchased for $20 at a yard sale several years earlier. It, along with a few other rescued belongings, is stored for safekeeping by a neighbor. Meet Pam Hagen, who just happens to be an art enthusiast. She recognizes the painting not as a $20 yard sale item, but something remarkable.
I looked it over, and I looked at the back, and I looked at the signature again, and on the back was written Kleitsch on the frame.
Kleitsch was a celebrated painter who lived in Laguna Beach in the 1920s. His paintings are highly collectible today, sometimes fetching hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So I know him. I know his work.
Al Trevino unknowingly sits on a garage sale gold mine, but it would need an expert to confirm it. Pam suggests that Al get the painting appraised by a local gallery owner and collector.
Redfern Gallery, Ray speaking.
Meet Ray Redfern.
Well, it was interesting driving up to Pam's house. Pam actually met me down by the police, and we got through the barricade and drove up the back way to her house. So I walked inside and saw the painting and went, wow, nice painting. Well, I was thrilled to see it. Recognized it as a Joseph Kleitsch immediately when I saw that it was real and from the period.
As it turns out, the painting is appraised at about $500,000. So what are the chances of this chain of coincidences happening? An undiscovered masterpiece bought for $20 at a yard sale? One of the only items rescued from a devastating landslide? It's left with a neighbor who happens to be an art expert and recognizes it for what it is? Did this really happen? So that leaves Al and his painting that turned out to be worth a great deal more than he knew. The story is true. In May 2005, Al Trevino of Laguna Beach, California really did lose his house in a landslide, and he didn't have insurance coverage. One of the items salvaged is a $20 painting that his neighbor helps determine is worth $500,000.
I mean, the probabilities are, 1 in a million or things like that.
1 in a million. All Al needed was a miracle, or a disaster in this case, to realize it. So, are you now a believer? Did you guess right? Well, if not, you can try again soon on the next episode of Urban Legends.